The Substance is a movie that will have you questioning, how much would you sacrifice to keep your youth? Let's talk about that. Elisabeth Sparkle, a fading celebrity who, desperate to maintain her youth and relevance, turns to a black market drug that promises to create a younger, better version of herself. However, the procedure comes with horrifying consequences as the two versions of her begin to clash and their lives become intertwined in a terrifying battle for survival. The Substance has all the makings of becoming a horror cult classic, and it's going to be divisive amongst audiences. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Now, I totally get where this movie is coming from. Now, look at me. See the gray? People automatically jump to conclusions when seeing that. And Demi Moore's character, Elisabeth, is dealing with the same societal bullshit as she is getting pushed aside for the next young hot thing. So she takes a gamble on a drug called The Substance. Now let me tell you, the process itself to get this started is insane. And as Elisabeth is going through all the steps that she has to do to perform this act, I'm out. One, it's too many steps over too many days, but there's a 10-inch needle that you have to inject yourself with, and that's where I'm saying, nope, I'm done. But Elisabeth, she's desperate, and she dives in head first. And what we get next is a major mind blower. Sue, her younger self, starts growing and mutating out of her back. Now this is not a spoiler because it's right there on the poster, but trust me, it is way more disturbing in motion. One of the conditions of this drug is that Elisabeth and her younger self, Sue, must swap bodies every 7 days. Well, they're not really swapping bodies, but you'll understand when you see it. This is the spoiler take on that. And this naturally leads to a rivalry between the two, as the younger Sue, now having tasted some success, does not want to live her life part-time and wants full control of her body. Demi Moore delivers an Oscar-worthy performance in her return to horror. Her transformation is both shocking and unsettling, a physical manifestation of the lengths that people will go to maintain their appearance as she descends into madness. Margaret Qualley, who started the year as the best part of the movie Drive Away Dolls, is equally impressive as her sinister younger body double who becomes obsessed seeking fame. Director Coralie Fargeet's latest horror film delivers a biting satire of Hollywood's obsession with youth and beauty. And the key word in this is satire, because if you go in not knowing that it is a satire, those sharp camera angles and close-ups are going to throw you off, and it's going to pull you completely out of the film. She uses this to perfection as she is looking to make the audience unsettled in what they're watching. A close-up of a fly swimming in some alcohol, Dennis Quaid chowing down on some prawns, which in itself is grotesque, especially if you don't like open-mouth chewers. But that satirical approach pulled me into the film. But my God, I was shocked about the amount of nudity and full frontal nudity that's in this film. And Demi Moore approaching Medicare age, she sure the hell does not look it. And honestly, at the end of the day, what I was kind of getting vibes of, this feels like the spiritual sequel to the Ty West movie X, but with a psychedelic twist of David Cronenberg's The Fly. Now, I didn't realize that The Substance was 2 hours and 20 minutes. We kind of breezed through it, but then we reached the third act, and that's where my negative comes in, because it's a bit of a roller coaster. Fargeet doesn't shy away from pushing boundaries, but some of the elements that she used seems a bit forced. The ending is intense, it's thought-provoking, and might leave you scratching your head, like it did several people that watched the movie with me last night. In fact, I needed some time to process it all, and ultimately, I appreciate the film's bold message. While there are a few plot points that feel a bit out of place, they don't detract too much from the overall experience of the film. I found myself needing to sleep on it to fully appreciate the message. The Substance is a bold and unforgettable film, but it's not perfect, and that's why I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars, because when it comes to the third act of the film, it takes you out of what you experience, and for many people, it is going to kill the entire film with how this one ends. I've seen it before with a lot of other films where people love everything they've seen, and then they get their reveal at the end, and they're like, oh, that's it, the whole movie sucks. Again, for me, I just had to sleep on it, and I was like, actually, it's a lot better than I thought it was when leaving the theaters. So if you like the movie X, if you like David Cronenberg's work, you're definitely going to like this film. Now, before we go, don't forget to drop a comment on this video. Let me know if you saw it and what you think about it. I need somebody to talk to about it because there's not many in my horror circle that have seen it yet, and I really want to talk about this film. Drop a like. Help us get to 5,000 subscribers if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Don't forget, we have Scream-inspired merch. Link in the description. And until the next, see ya.